Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Frozenheim. So this looks really cool. This looks like Valhalla. I suppose people are going to draw that comparison straight away, but I think only in theme, in Viking theme. Similar to how Valheim is like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Valhalla is like the Vikings TV show. I think it's just a bit of a craze these days. People like Vikings, and why shouldn't they? I love the concept of, you know, you're only allowed into heaven if you go out swinging and killing and fighting and glorious, you know. I love a good barbarian sort of mentality. But anyway, I digress. Frozenheim sets itself apart, especially, like I said, from Valheim, which is in sort of probably in current memory. This seems to be a colony management RTS type game. So very different, and should be interesting to see because, you know, we don't really get a lot of RTSs these days. Certainly not good ones. So let's see what it's all about. Campaign, fall, revival. Fall seems like a good place to start. I believe this is out on the 21st on Steam. So we're looking at it a little bit early here. Fulfill the peasants' needs to increase house capacity. That makes a bit of sense for Valhalla. The legend of a holy tree giving knowledge to those most worthy has spread among our people. Okay. Well, it's a nice looking tree. It is said that only the finest warriors may meet the gods and bring their generous blessings back to the land. Well, the boys getting geared up, ready to go. Ancestors' Legacy springs to mind as well, but that was way more combat and less colony, if I recall. I suppose I could go back and have a look at that. Now look at these little, I guess we're straight into it. Find your way back to your settlement. Oh my goodness, look at these little dudes. That is quite the zoom, you know what I mean? It seems to be zooming out to a higher scale than what I would be used to. Okay, well look, this looks like the appropriate place to go, so let's do that. Okay, combat. Order your units to fight enemies. Double click the right mouse button to force a unit to retreat from the battlefield. Okay, that's interesting. The unit's willingness to fight can be changed by using the stance buttons. Okay, defensive, aggressive, and neutral. Okay, refill team. Rage. Wait, what's rage do? Increase power and speed but decreases defense. Okay, yeah, okay, that's probably a good way to open. Let's put them on bloody aggressive. Are these enemies? They are. Rage boys. Look at these dogs. Smash them. Nice work, gents. We're under attack. Yeah. Okay. Go for a bit of a wander. Jeez, it is pretty. The lovely music and all that. Off to a not a bad start. Exploration. During exploration, various structures and enemies may be encountered on the map. Interactions with them can provide perks, resources, and quests. Okay, so a bit more RPG-ish. Can we interact with the guard tower, perhaps? Oh, we're doing something. Oh, we get an Assassin's Creed tower. Look at that. Okay, I see what's going on. Now, you reckon they're friendly? They are yellow, and there are 4 of them. Troubling. Doesn't help that this map is upside down. Can I turn? Oh, look at, oh, that makes my life so much easier. Because the way that the camera was moving in the mini-map was sort of back to front as well. Well, I guess this is the direction we're heading.
Kill him!
Yeah, let's kill him. Cover. Hide your units in the foliage of the forest to let them pass enemies undetected. You can also use cover to prepare for an ambush against approaching. Okay, so you want me to sneak around them. Is that how this is going to play out? That's probably sensible. It's probably sensible. Let's see if we can sneak through the old foliage. Where are you guys going? Boys, you're making my life very difficult by running directly into the enemy. Oh my god. And I think you're going to die. Oh, give it your best. Load game. That was, okay, I guess I don't have a game to load. What the fuck? A I tried to click around the enemy and they walked straight into him. So let's try that again. I have my concerns there. Okay. Alright, yes, no, we want to go see a holy tree. Oh, I can hold... Okay, yes, okay. Looks like I can hold down. Right, off you go, boys. Let's try this again.
I got it.
Yes, yes, no, you taught me about combat, I remember. We're going to go aggressive stance and smash these wolves.
Cut him down.
Get in there, boys. Annihilated. Get out of here. Not even worth having a conversation about. Right, we won't flip the map just yet. It's a very strange choice to make it upside down from the beginning, though. Tell you what, exploration. Yes, no, we covered that. Let's get the Assassin's Creed Tower. I mean, I guess maybe it wants us to go around the top part. It's just a bit strange. Surely I'm not the first person to flip the map. So when I clicked here and I said click walk around here, they just went straight into there. Very curious. Let's try going around. Like, oh my goodness, look at this. So you can't walk through forest? Is that what you're telling me, game? Wait, why is it pathing me like that and then that? How peculiar. And now I can get through there. Oh, the pathing is odd in this game. Okay, well, at least that explains it.
I got it.
Oh, I want to path to there. Yeah, now it's letting me go. Now, look where they're going. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. What are you doing, game? What are you doing? Is it because you're in aggressive stance? Is that what's going on? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's because they're in aggressive stance. And look, there's no tooltip or anything like that. So presumably, they have a humongous detection range, and if the enemy walks into it and they're on aggressive, they will run out and attack them. That's the best I can divine from what just happened then. I mean, probably could have explained that a little bit better. And by probably, I think you absolutely could have. Now, what's going on with this camp? Bandits camp visited. That's where we came from. All right. All right, let's go around these guys. Just put them in neutral stance. Put them in neutral. Okay.
Almost.
Okay. What do you... Okay. Okay. Here we go. It's all coming together now. The music's lovely, I'll tell you that much. Alright. Odin be praised for his protection. We are home at last. Oh, look at our longhouse. Very cool looking digs. And workers. In order to collect and process resources, workers have to be assigned to... I was reading that game. Why did you take that away from me? I didn't click anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a little bit of some odd sort of, dare we say, jank going on. What are you? You're a scout? Can you like scout on your own? Sends out an eagle that uncovers part of the map. Build a temple to unlock. Okay, yeah, alright. Construct woodcutter's hut. Social buildings. I don't know. Food and production buildings sounds pretty good. Military buildings. Here we go. Woodcutter's hut. Right, okay, it looks like they want to put it near the trees, so we'll do that. That seems sensible. Out comes some little chads with an axe to get to business. Very good. Reach Jarl Erland's settlement. Okay, okay, that seems reasonable. Deconstruct, register. Scout. Alright, how's this go? Oh, like that. Very Assassin's Creed. Okay. Alright, so
All right.
you're not gonna move there? Why won't you move there? I don't understand. Woodcutter's hut constructed, assign peasants to start gathering wood. Yeah, can I tell you to move? So I can't click them to move into Fog of War at all? Is that what you're saying? Now look, I haven't played an RTS in a long time, right? They're not really a super modern thing these days. But surely right-clicking on your mini-map to tell your dude... I guess it's ocean up there? Is that the problem? Is it that it's ocean?
As you wish.
Okay, so they seem to want to walk out there, so that's something, I suppose. Right, so we must be on some sort of bloody island. Oh my goodness, okay. The scouts are a bit useless, at least in the way that I'm used to using them. I could be wrong, I'd be curious to hear from people, but generally speaking, in my experience, you grab your scout, you right-click in a corner of the map or something, and he goes and does the bloody rest. Now what's this? There are no workers assigned. Right. And unfortunately the game kind of skipped over that screen. It just sort of closed it. House, happiness. Now I did see a tooltip in the loading screen that if we increase happiness, it'll increase the amount of workers. Right, so that sounds pretty reasonable to me. Hang on, there we go, we can put 3 dudes to work there. That's cool. Are you workers there? Available workers. Okay. What do we got going on here? So we've got house, increases the count of settlers, fulfilling their needs increases the birth rate and the count of house dwellers. Okay, so I'm not seeing a ceiling on how much one house can hold. Team limit. So can I fit like bloody 30 people into one house? Is that what you're saying? Maybe there's a ceiling on each of these bonuses. It's a little vague. I mean, we'll get there. We'll figure it out. But I feel like they could probably explain it a bit better. All right, let's put this well there. What's this? Water requires the proximity of a water well. Okay. Now it looks like I can speed up, but I can't. Can I press like Shift 3 or something? No. I have to click that manually. That's fine. Okay. Now, I have a well nearby. Do I have to give it workers? Maybe I do. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got +1 for the well. That's cool. Warmth depends on the current season and amount of warm clothes. I can get around that. Neighborhood depends on the amount of neighboring houses. I do like these sort of things. I just wish it was a little bit more explicit in explaining it. How do I, game. Maybe middle mouse click or something. Maybe right. Oh, for crying out loud. How do I rotate the house? R. I just hold R? Okay, cool. That makes a bit more sense. Well, let's just plonk them kind of. Can I use like T to go the other way? Okay. Now we're sucking diesel. There we go. Let's do that. That'll do nicely. Now what's going on here? Wisdom depends on the proximity of the Elders Hall. Is that what this is? No. Druid heals nearby warriors, increases the level of happiness of nearby. Okay. This what is the game called? Northgard. This is lifting a lot of stuff directly from Northgard, and I'd say more than coincidental, given that Northgard is in fact a Viking themed game as well. It doesn't go for the higher fidelity realism look that this is going, a bit more cartoony. We're going to have to cover that. I might have to revisit that on one of my other channels, just because having the little druid's hut to have dedicated healers that heal nearby dudes, and the way this is playing out like a lot like Northgard. So look, I'll say that early just to sort of see how it all pans out. And look, here's the thing. We'll see how it goes on its own merits, but if we're comparing this 1-1 to Northgard, Northgard's killing this game already. I don't mind the enhanced realism look of this, but Northgard is an absolute slapper of a game, a very tough act to follow. Hunters, fishermen, woodcutters, tanner, bloomery, training field. Okay, but you were talking about proximity to what was it? Elders Hall. So I don't know what an Elders Hall is. Can I allocate dudes to the Jarl's homestead? That's cool. Got a house. What is this? Fisherman hut. Okay. We got a longboat we can't interact with? Yeah, okay. We'll see how this goes down. There's no way people that get into this won't see the similarities between this and Northgard immediately. So we'll make that call early and see what comes of it. Okay, let's keep building. Druid's hut. This is the healing hut sort of thing. I don't really care about proximity right now because I just want to put it down. Heals nearby warriors and increases the level of happiness for nearby households. Hang on a sec. Can I cancel that? All right. Proximity of Druid's hut is health. It depends on proximity of temple and shrines. Okay, well we'll put the bloody Druid's hut near them. All right. Put it like. Now is that road part of the map? I think it is. Even though these dudes, what's going on here? Like, is it trying to wear in a road? Even in which case, who did that? Bit strange. Bit strange. Let's speed that up and see what happens in the druid situation. Right, so we get the -1 because of the cold. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Let's recruit some druids. See whatever the bloody hell they do. See the little dude with his cart. That's cool. Again, very Valheim as well. Interesting. So it says happiness 4. Happiness determines how many people can live in a house. It can be increased by fulfilling residents' needs. Yeah, okay. I think I've done as much as I can. Unless, like, again, a lot of this is very vague. I wish it was a bit more clear. Incoming villager progress. Yeah, all right. Fisherman's hut, hunter's hut. Recruit hunters who produce food and animals. Yeah, okay. Is there like, okay, I guess there's things over there. I suppose if I put them there, will they still be able to hunt the animals over there? Should be interesting to see. We'll just let that fast forward for a bit. The house can hold 5. Increase the count of settlers fulfilling their needs, increases the birth rate and the count of dwellers. Right, but it seems to be hard capped by my houses nonetheless. And it's not really forthcoming. Like, again, I'm not trying to bash the game, but it's, and I appreciate what it's doing. But like I said, very much copying Northgard, but at the same time, there are some janky things missing. I wish it had explained the aggro system for my dudes better. Now, this cap here is clearly my army limit or something, because I have 2 units, right? But I don't know what my population limit is as far as villages go. Now, I've got 3 houses. That's got 5, 5, and 2, right? And we can see that I've got 8 villages spare from working. So what I'm saying is, at a glance, I have no, I mean, active workers, hang on, here we go. Active workers, battle units. Now you've got me really confused, game, because what's this? Team limit is 2 out of 20. 2 what? 2 units? Why are you telling me I have 5 battle units when I have 2? Maybe 5 men, but 2, like, do you see what I'm saying? It's giving, not only is it giving confusing information, it's giving conflicting information. Why are you telling me that I have 2 out of 20 team limit And at the same time, why are you telling me I've got 5 dudes? It's very, very strange. What is going on over here? I've got some blue on the map. Like, are they my dudes? No? Then why is it blue? I don't understand why that's blue. All my items are blue, and yet this is blue? Abandoned watchtower? Yeah, essentially this game is just doing a pretty average job at telegraphing what's going on, what it's thinking. Let's go and walk this dude over here near the healing hut and see what happens there. They're just standing next to the well. You gonna heal them or what? Didn't I already recruit some of you blokes? Druid? So we're not healing the unit. What's the... Is that an XP bar? Is that a health bar? No, it's got to be a health bar because they've got a full bar as well. So, is it missing a unit? In which case, how do I... Hang on, there might have been a refurb button. This, remember? Refill team. We need more skins or something to do that. Okay. Let's put some hunters in there. It looks like they might harvest skins. Yeah, I'm not trying to be down on this game. It's just... I'm a bit confused what it's sort of setting out to do here. Alright, anyway, they want me to build another fisherman's hut. I'll put one right there next to it. Neat and tidy. Well, druid, hunter's hut. We've got one of them going. Woodcutter. What's the collector's guild? Allows you to collect bog iron and stone from resource deposits. Okay. Fisherman hut's been constructed. Yeah. Let's assign some dudes to that. Right. See if maybe proximity is a component of that. Tanner produces clothes from animal skins. Well, that seems pretty appropriate. So let's Okay, so they do seem to be creating their own sort of paths a la Frostpunk. However, it does seem a little bit janky. I can only compare it to what I've seen compared to Frostpunk. It's interesting, but it seems like one dude walks near it and it makes a path. Likewise, maybe these paths are permanent. It's cool. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Okay, what's going on here? Tanner. So they're making clothes. Now what's going on here? Deposit depleted. Put the collection... Okay, so I can change the area that you collect from. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, Collector's Guild. Right, so this is very much the collection mechanics with the pins and the areas are very much like Surviving the Aftermath / what was the better one? End Zone World Apart. 2 post-apocalyptic sort of colony builders. So, like, you know, I'm enjoying that part of it, I suppose. But we're out of workers. Presumably, we can't really increase this happiness anymore with our current level. I'm guessing that some of these buildings are like... Now, what's this? Steel's produced with bog iron and wood. Training field, recruit combat units. Okay, so presumably to increase our tech level, maybe we have a... Like, it might have gated some buildings from us, you know? Build a temple to unlock blessings, build a marketplace, build a weaponsmith to unlock upgrades, build the Elders Hall. I'm pretty certain that we have none of those buildings. And that's okay. Hey, this is like mission 1 of a campaign. Interesting that it's got these lines, these logistics lines showing how people are pathing back and forth. Alright, so let's see. If we build a house and we're going to build that house like that, I suppose. Oh, I really wish... This is going to trigger people that want to build on grids. Like the smallest thing, look how it's just off. And you can't get it perfect. Oh. There are some more idiosyncratic than me that are just going to have a hard time getting their brain to bend around that one. Oh, man. All right, now, I'd be curious to see how many more workers we get. Now, is this active workers? So does that count? Is that counting the 2 available workers? Again, really not telegraphing its info very well. We've got a storm coming through, so it has a weather system. The winter, I didn't see it overly affect us other than clothes. And look, okay, so that's generating very fast. Happiness 4. Oh, and we just got the villages immediately when we built it. Okay, cool. Let's put the last villages in there. All right, so I'm starting to get a grasp of how the systems seem to work. But bog iron is there. Stone is there. Maybe we build another collector's guild. Like that, so we can... Oh, well, hang on. Actually, is that bog iron? It is. Okay, that's fine, because we're probably getting plenty of both now. All right. Have I built just about everything available to me? Produces clothes. Yeah, we've got that going up there. And a warehouse. Collect resources from production buildings. Look, it probably couldn't hurt. Right, let's just put a warehouse there out the back. And a bloomery, which needs what? Stone? Produces steel. Well, these blokes are on the case, I think, right? Perfectly good stone here. Are they... Now that is interesting. So they're only favouring one deposit. They're not doing both? Well, we might have to change that to like something like that to make them not take that. Fire? Where? How do I deal with that? Oh, I guess it dealt with itself. Alright. Guess we've got to get a training field going. I wouldn't mind building another one of those collector's huts, but down here for this bog iron. Training field. Seems like a good place to put it. Oh, they're pulling their little carts. New warriors can be trained in the training hall. Now let's put blokes in the warehouse. So how's that any different to that? Question mark. Collects resources from production buildings. No, I understand that. Again, not like... Alright, I don't have a line drawn to that, so I don't know what's going on. And then I guess we can train dudes here. We've got 3 different dudes that we can train from basic resources. Okay, cool. We've got a general vibe for this. Now, look, I don't want to say this game's bad. And in fact, in a vacuum, if you haven't experienced a lot of the games that I've been bringing up, that this is clearly drawing more than what I would say is a heavy amount of homage or influence from, then I think you would be forgiven for sort of thinking, wow, this is crazy and original and unusual. So look, if you get that vibe from this game and you haven't experienced the other ones that I'm talking about, fill your boots. I'm glad, I'm happy for you. And there's no denying that the music is lovely, and I actually really enjoy the look of it, right? I actually generally lean more towards cartoonized, stylized graphics because they're more timeless. But for something that's going for what I call the high fidelity pseudo-realism look, that it's looking for. It looks nice. All the buildings and that look nice, and the weather effects are cool. The character models are average, but I mean, such is the case of that art design. And the reason I generally don't like this art design that much is because give it 5 years and this is going to look like ugly crap. But if you give it 5 years with something that's, I don't want to say Fortnite, but perhaps give you the idea that I'm saying, like it has its own stylistic, cartoonish, general design philosophy, that usually ages a much more forgivingly, right? But like I said, if this does pique your interest, look into Northgard. I always feel a bit dirty driving traffic from one game to another, but this is more than just influence. I think this is wholeheartedly lifting entire chunks from other games, and Northgard is one. It's very tight. It's very well constructed. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to revisit it now because even from a competitive and co-op perspective, so like if you want to jump in with your mates and verse other people or AI, you know, like 2v2, or You can play it like 6-player sort of thing. It's actually really fun and very, very well considered. Also, it has a campaign and a whole single player and a competitive component to it. Bunch of DLC. I guess what I'm getting at is what this game seems to be trying to do. I've seen this in another game and it's fantastic. So this has big shoes to fill going into it, but this also makes me a little bit skeptical of other things, right? We see these dudes carrying these little carts around behind them. I've never seen that, not really in any other game, especially a Viking themed game, other than Valheim, which is the new hotness that just came out long enough ago that it could have affected the development of these little characters. I'm not trying to be skeptical, but I'm explaining where I start and how I got there. This game is copying a lot of things from a lot of different games, and I'm starting to see it. The more I look at it, the more I see getting copied from lots of stuff. So, like I said, you're welcome to enjoy this, and if people do like the look of it and want to see more on the channel, I'm really happy to revisit it for sure. But like I said, do your sort of due diligence. Do a bit of research into some of the games that I've mentioned here, and you might find that those similarities are a bit on the nose. / you might even find a game that you like even better than this one. And in that case, hey, what's that? That's 2 for 1. You got 2 good games out of one of my videos. So anyway, so take all that, with a grain of salt. That's just what I think. I'm just some dickhead who plays video games for a living. What would I know? But yeah, we'll leave it there. Let me know if you want to see more. Otherwise, I will catch you guys on the next one.